Hey guys, this is Sam here from samnuku.com, and I want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching today's internet marketing tip. Now, in this particular tip, we are going to go into video number 4 in our Do Solo Ads Really Work video series. Now, I do believe this will be our second last video, and there is a fifth and final video that I want to put together at some point for you later on down the line. But essentially, in this video, in video number 3, I mentioned to you that I would actually show you what engagement level was like on some of these solo ad providers lists, right? We're actually seeing what it's like to buy these people, the people that are actually opting in to these to the email lists, and what it is that you're actually going to get out of them. Now, I've literally got people that I work with hand in hand that, you know, have bought solo ads and it's worked for them and what they're currently doing. But to me, ultimately, the numbers just don't add up, and it really just doesn't make any sense, as I've already explained in detail in video 1, 2, and 3. And if you've missed any of those videos, I highly urge you to go back, watch them again, because if you're really trying to figure out whether solo ads actually work or not, you need to understand all of this information that I put out here for you. Okay, this is literally a $97 video course of where it is that you need to get your traffic from to understand what this shit is all about, so that you don't get, or at least you feel like you've been scammed. You haven't been scammed because you bought clicks. You didn't buy, you know, opt-ins. You didn't buy engaged, you know, people. You didn't buy people who are going to buy stuff from you. Okay, you literally bought clicks. That's what solo ads are all about. And so they send you clicks, they've done their job. But what actually happens is that there are things like you know, fake clicks that are sent to accounts. There are clicks that are sent for people who have been on lists for months on end, who basically don't really give a damn, and they're kind of just looking for the next free product. You know, they're not really action takers. And like I mentioned in video 2, is that window of 3 to 5 days being actual buyers. So in other words, you want to be able to pluck them from the search engines or from Facebook ads and get them going immediately. Those people are gone by the time they've been recycled and reused and spammed by these solo adders time and time again. By the time they get onto your list, even though you're sending legit shit, they don't really give a damn. Okay, they're completely over it at that point, or they're still just looking for free stuff. There is no business to be done with these kind of people. So this is a new email campaign that I put together, and I put together this one in particular because I really wanted to show you what this stuff was all about. This here, 4 Phases of Marketing, is actually my 5-day marketing mastery boot camp, where I teach people for free what marketing is all about. And if you haven't checked that out, you really need to go ahead and do so, and combine that with this training. Your shoulders and heads and shoulders above of where a lot of your competition will actually be. So these are legitimate emails that I'm actually sending out. So what I'm going to do is going to go to my email analytics here, because I want to look at the statistics for who it is that are actually on these lists. So you can see here I wrote one about habits on the 15th. 2 people opened from the total of 112 cents. 2 people, right? And then you're looking. Okay, and I apologize for this, but this might happen a few times because my computer has got a virus on it that I just can't for the life of me get rid of. So here's another one, you know, where actually 4 of those emails bounced, right? And what I actually sent was a video training of what 7 and 8 figure businesses must do, or sorry, what you must do in order to get a 7 or 8 figure business. So, and the 2 people that opened, let me show you this right here by just clicking over here. The 2 people that opened, number 1 was actually me, because I wanted to see whether it would actually show up or not. I thought maybe there's something going on with get response, you know, as to why it's showing that these things aren't happening or aren't working. And the other one is Nguyen Johnny, and I know Johnny very well. He and I have had quite the dialogue over the last sort of 3 months, and I've helped him a lot in his business, and he's continued to follow me on here, right? And so really, it's from this list that we're talking about here. This let's get into 4 Phases of Marketing. There is no one that's really reading what's actually going on, right? And so you can see here, hang on, I'm just gonna try and save you guys a little bit of confusion here. So there is really no one that's actually checking out the emails, and it is ridiculously frustrating. So this is essentially what I'm trying to save you guys from doing. So going back to the 15th, 0, right? So, and I mean, there is still some of them being sent. Only 36 have been sent, and 35 unopened and 1 bounce, right? Bounce means that it didn't even make it to the damn email, right? So chances are that's a fake email, or, you know, basically they've either complained or they've blocked it, right? So if we go here, 13th of the 8th is a systematized email, and again, a lot of pretty much every email that I send out is all about training. I send training almost on a daily basis to people, so this is content. This is not some crap that I'm sending out and saying, hey, click this, buy this, do this, blah 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 blah, right? So focus on the problem was a personal development training. Be negative, focus on the problem. And actually, sorry, this was actually a marketing training, and a 76 sent to this list, zero people open, right? And I can go all the way down. This is fake it. This was actually one that I actually did get some sort of engagement on. See, fake it till you make it, BS. 76 cents, 6 people actually opened it, and I was almost gobsmacked, thinking, wow, these people actually open emails for once. So let's leave that one up there, just so it make these solo ads look good. And let's go to the 10th of the 8th. That was an email that's so that's the 11th of the 8th. This was on the 10th of the 8th. So 3 people actually opened and 1 clicked on this training. This training was all about the being consistent in terms of your online marketing. So a 4.17% open rate, right? So these percentages going back, so to speak, are looking a little bit better, but let me assure you that this wasn't necessarily the case. See there on the 9th, bang, straight back to 0%. In fact, 1 person actually unsubscribed. So let me tell you that there were 3 people that were showing some form of engagement with what it was that I was doing here, and pretty much all 3 have unsubscribed. Now obviously it just means that the content wasn't resonating with them, and that's fine, because they're not the people that I'm looking for. What bothers me is the other 71 people who did not check it out, right? A bunch of people who just didn't even look at it, didn't even look at the email, didn't even open it. Those are my real concerns. And the fact that this here proves that the engagement level just isn't in these solo ads traffic, and the reason being is, like I've said before, is that these people have been reused and recycled over and over and over again, to the point that by the time they get to a legitimate marketer's list, someone who's actually trying to send them content, they're not interested, and they don't really care. This is why you need to learn to generate traffic yourself, or buy traffic that is fresh leads straight from these search engines. Okay, you want to really try and avoid these crappy websites that people put up, because people that go onto those kind of websites are really just freebie seekers. And by freebie seekers, I mean they're looking for like free video training, free ebooks, and so on and so forth. And don't get me wrong, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I love freebie seekers, provided they're actually engaged with what it is that I'm putting out there. And I know for a fact that they're not really, because I can see the statistics of my video marketing campaign in terms of the training that I'm actually providing people. Beyond the very first video, no one is really checking anything out beyond that. Okay, and this aligns with these statistics of these emails here, to know that it's not necessarily just my message or what it is that I'm delivering, because I'm not just delivering rubbish out there like people are getting clicks. I'm actually delivering valuable content that if people applied this stuff that I've sent on a daily basis, they would have much better results than spamming like a lot of these solo artists are doing. Okay, again, I want to hashtag this with absolutely everything I've said, and saying that not every solo artist is created equal, right? I'm not saying all solo ads are complete junk traffic. I'm not saying they're scammers. You paying for clicks, they're delivering clicks. They're not scamming at all. They're doing exactly what you're paying them for. But the reality is that this traffic, it just does not work. If you want your business to grow, solo ad is not where it's at. What you really want to do is learn a skill, learn a paid platform, commit yourself to figuring out how these platforms work, and go ahead and apply yourself to those platforms. You'd be better off spending $1.50, $2, $3 per lead for people who are actually engaged and are actually interested in buying in what it is that you have to offer, than spending $1 to $1.50 for these solo ad leads that as you can see here, aren't even opening emails. You know what I mean? So look, I thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I promise I will deliver to you an answer very, very soon, so that you guys aren't so disappointed. I don't want to basically rain down negativity on traffic, because I understand that people are out there, and the reason they buy solo ads is because there's a lot of work involved, or at least they think there's a lot of work involved in learning how to do paid marketing. But I know I can provide you some solutions without you having to learn all that sort of stuff at a reasonable price, so that you can get real leads and real buyers per se. Okay, so I thank you again so much for stopping by and watching this video. Take care, and I will see you in probably the 5th and final series video tomorrow.